Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, so I need a separate card, 3 pounds for the pick a card. Okay, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So today we're going to do a pick a card reading. I'm going to choose 3 piles, and today's pick a card is about inheritance. Thank you. Anything else? One more on me? Thank you. Okay. So I'll share all of that with you guys later, okay? But today's reading, and we haven't done a pick a card in a little while, is about inheritance. Now, before I get into that, I want to say to you guys how we're going to do this reading, okay? So this is going to be a part of a series. I'm going to create a playlist for you. What blessings have they received from their maternal lineage? Nope. What blessings have they received? So I've already prepped, shuffled the cards, and set the intention for them. So as they're coming out, I'm going to lay them. Now, I was saying, this is a part of a series. And it's going to be a series of 10 readings. The readings will be separated into 5. 5 of these readings are talking about the maternal side, your mother's lineage for these readings. There'll be 5 for the mothers and 5 for the fathers. And this is going to speak of your spiritual inheritance or inheritance. It may come out spiritual, it may be material. We're going to get into that in a minute. So the guidance, the insight, the clarity that we're seeking is what blessings have you inherited from your family line. And specifically in this first reading, it's what blessings you have inherited from your mother's side, your maternal lineage of your family. The next reading you'll see that will be uploaded will be what blessings you have inherited from your father's side. Okay, so that's how this is going to go. The first set of readings in this series of 10 is what blessings you have received from your lineage, from your family line. And this very first one, this one you're tuned into now, is what blessings have you received from your mother's family line. Specifically, what inheritance have you received from your mother's family line? Again, this will be in a playlist. It will be a series of 10. These first 2 readings you're going to receive are the mother and the father. This is the mother's side of the family. We're seeking guidance, seeking insight, seeking clarity on what blessings you have received. Group number 1, please. What blessings have they received from their mother's family line? What blessings? Thank you. Group number 2, please. What blessings have they received from their mothers? Thank you. What blessings? Group number 3, please. What blessings have they received from their mother's family line? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now that I've given you the beginning insight on what the reading is about for what we're seeking guidance, insight, wisdom, and clarity about, I want to ask you, as you're choosing for this reading, that you take the time to imagine yourself in a golden room surrounded by gold coins, that you are an heir to a fortune. Your inheritance is your gift from those who came before you. Even those things that appear as blockages, that do not appear to be gifts, those are a part of this generational wealth reading that we're getting into. So we're going to get into, for some of you, it is going to look like what may be a block, but we're going to receive the guidance as to how it is and what are the blessings you have inherited from, for this reading, your mother's maternal line. Okay? So, it's a generational wealth spread, and in the first of this series, we're seeking guidance for what blessings have you inherited from your family line. And in this first reading, it's from your mother, okay? So, divine creator source, infinite intelligence, ancestors, for our highest evolving and elevation, please give us guidance, give us clarity on what blessings we have inherited, they have inherited from their family line, specifically the mothers. Thank you. As I'm gathering the cards, I do want to, as has been my previous, okay, I felt that one, has been my previous, the way of doing these readings with a pick a card, is to give you some insight about inheritance, right? Since that's what we're seeking guidance on. What blessings have they inherited from their family line? The mother. I feel these three. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So, when it comes to inheritance, there are different aspects of inheritance. Whenever we think of inheritance, we usually think of material wealth, material gain, right? I'll put this here. So in the material aspect of this, inheritance is any form of money, property, and it's usually received after a friend and or a relative passes on or dies, leaves this material realm. After someone dies, in the material aspect of inheritance, it is any money or property that is received. Okay? So when it comes to inheritance, there are synonyms, words that we use that have a similar meaning. So some of these words that are synonyms to inheritance are legacy, estate, heritage, and provision. So with these synonyms, I'm going to get into the first one of legacy. We speak of legacy all the time. Legacy is something that is passed on, just as an inheritance may be passed on. Legacy also takes many forms. It may be material, monetary or assets, but legacy, what blessings have they gained? What blessings have they inherited from their family line? Okay. What blessings have they inherited from their family line? Legacy, as I was saying, may take many forms. Legacy, it may be monetary. It may be in the form of assets. But legacy also takes on the form of one's faith, one's ethics, and or core values. So you can leave a legacy of the faith you believe in, Christian, Muslim, spirituality, whatever that may be. And that can be passed on from generation to generation. Legacy is also setting an example for others to guide their future. So again, this is where, you know, this is where when you're passing things on, it could be, as I said, in the form of whatever examples you set as a faith. It could be the examples you give your children in regards to ethics and their core values. Some people value getting money over any and everything else. Some people value treating others as you would want to be treated. Legacy, the things that we pass on, the things that are examples for others to guide their future, can also be an inheritance. So the next example was an estate. Estate is also a synonym for inheritance. Estate, as a synonym, is an extensive area of land in the country, usually with a large house on it. So this is where you get historic property that's been around more than 100 years, and then it becomes, and it's passed down, and it becomes historic. Sometimes those are passed down through an estate. So an extensive area of land in the country, usually with a large house owned by one person or a family or an organization. Okay? So some of you, as an inheritance, may receive or be a part of an estate. You've heard of estate sales, and this is where they sell off the material gains or auction off the material wealth of someone that has recently passed on. Another synonym, thank you. Another synonym for inheritance was heritage, which heritage is a part of the root word of inheritance, right? Now, when we speak of heritage is the history of a family. It's what we have inherited from the past to value and enjoy in the present, and to preserve and pass on to future generations. So something that's a part of the heritage could be where a family comes from. If you came from the islands, or you were born in the United States, or you're considered indigenous. Heritage could also be all of the traditions and the customs that are passed down from generation to generation. So like, we have the 4th of July coming up. That's considered a custom that's celebrated here in the United States. No matter what the background of it is, it has become a custom that is passed down. So it is a part of the United States heritage. Each family also has a history or heritage that is passed down from generation to generation. Again, it could be core values, it could be monetary. It's the things from the past that have value, that are enjoyed in the present and preserved and passed on to future generations. That has to do with heritage. The last one I'm going to get into as a synonym for inheritance is provisions. Because provision comes out with a duality sense of the word. Some, when they think of provisions, especially if you're in business and you know this is the enterprise, so we stand on business. A part of the provisions of a business is when you're recording your financial statements, right? Anything you provide for the business becomes a part or recorded as bad debt or a liability to the business on the balance sheet, right? So it's a depreciation. So some of you, this is where those, where you may feel like certain provisions that have been inherited are blocks for you. That's why I'm giving you this synonym and showing you both sides of what provision is. Provision could come off as a liability, something that makes you feel like a lack within self or a lack that has been passed down throughout the generations. The flip side of provisions is land, food, shelter. Now, these could be liabilities if you felt like you don't have enough food or you're not able to provide shelter. And in a business, this comes off as a liability because you're having what will be known as overhead. So in the lineage, if it's a liability to the family, then those provisions could come off as blockages, okay? But the positive side of the provisions are, or what I would call spiritual provisions, the flip side of that, because now I want to get into the spirituality of it all. Provisions may be liabilities in one aspect, but if we're speaking of spiritual provisions, this is where healing comes forth. Because you have food, land, and shelter. This is where peace and joy come from. Because you're able to be grateful and thankful for the land, the shelter. Spiritual provision also is having the authority over adversity. So inheritance, provision is a synonym of this inheritance. If you focus on the spiritual provisions, the healing, the peace, the joy, the authority over adversity, these are a part of spiritual inheritance as well. So not just the material inheritance where you got a house or a land or some money. Today we're focusing on spiritual inheritance. Well, whatever comes out in the reading. Because you may have inherited money materially, but don't lose focus on the fact that a lot of your inheritance, for many of you who are receiving this reading, that a part of the inheritance is a spiritual inheritance. And although spiritual inheritance cannot be always seen or counted or measured, it is the most priceless gift. It's the most priceless gift that can be passed on to children and grandchildren. Oh, thank you. All of those? Wow. Okay, I'm not sure if all of those go there, but I'm going to put them there. Wow. And do I have the deck? What happened here? What the... Oh, that's different. I'm going to keep going. Group number 2, please. What blessings have they inherited from their family line? Specifically, the maternal line. So, again, I say spiritual inheritance, although it cannot be... Thank you. Wow. Thank you. the cards jump sometimes is hilarious. What blessings has group number 1 inherited from the family line, please? What blessings? That's what we're seeking guidance on. What blessings has group number 2? Thank you. What blessings has group number 3 inherited? Thank you. Okay. So I was saying, as we're wrapping this up and getting ready to get into the reading, what blessings has group number 1 inherited from their family line, specifically the maternal line? What blessings has group number 1 inherited? This one. What blessings has group number 2 inherited from their family line? Thank you. What blessings has group number 3 inherited from their family line, specifically the maternal line? Okay, thank you. Spiritual inheritance may not be seen, sometimes cannot be counted or measured. Crystals, please. For what spiritual inheritance, what blessing, say it right. What blessings have they inherited from the family line? What blessings, what crystals do you have to go with this message? Thank you. Group number 2, please. Crystal. Okay, so although it cannot be seen, spiritual inheritance, counted or measured, it is, again, one of the most priceless gifts. I reiterate, one of the most priceless gifts that can be passed on to children and grandchildren. And right now we're going to receive insight from what blessings you have inherited from your maternal lineage. And I want to preference this by saying there is a scripture. A lot of people don't like to get into scripture, but it's actually a Proverbs. And we know Proverbs go out through many cultures. What blessings have they inherited from their family line, specifically the maternal line? The scripture says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And that is a Proverbs. If you're looking for it in the Bible, it is Proverbs 13 and 22. Remember what I said, inheritance could be material, but it's also about spiritual provision or spiritual inheritance, the things that cannot be seen as well as the things that can be seen, the things that can't be counted or measured, but it's still a very priceless gift. So we're not just dealing with material gain, because yes, it could definitely be material. May I also have a tarot messages to assist with this message? What blessings has group number 1 inherited from the family line, specifically the maternal line? What blessings has group number 1 inherited? Thank you. What blessings has group number 2? Thank you. I feel like this one. And group number 3? Again, what? Okay, that's 3. Group number 3, what blessings? Thank you. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. And we're gonna stop there. So, again, we're speaking of inheritance. This inheritance, whether it be material or spiritual, whether this is a part of the legacy the estate, the heritage, or the provisions, and whether these provisions feel as though they are blessings or blockings. We're going to get into receiving guidance, insight, and clarity on what blessings you have inherited from your family line. So group number 1, here is your key card, key focus, key energy. You may choose by the number, which is 21, or you may choose by the phrasings, which is the ancestral force and completion. This is group number 1, or the image may speak to you. So take a moment, picture yourself in this golden room, take a deep breath, and allow your intuition to connect and guide you to which of these messages is most resonating with you. It could be only one of the groups, it may be 2, it may be all 3. Your intuition will guide you. Group number 1, the ancestral force with completion. Card number 21 is your key card, key word, key focus, key energy. Group number 2, you have Father of Earth with generosity. The number on your card is number 41, and this is the image. I do apologize that I don't have the best lighting right now. It is raining, so it's kind of dark, and yeah, we're gonna roll with it. So Father of Earth, group number 2, with generosity, number 41. Group number 3. Oh wait, I got one more I wanted to get. I want to get one from here as well. So please give us guidance, insight, and clarity on what blessings group number 1 has inherited from their family line, specifically the maternal line. Thank you. That's a lot. Group number 2, please. What blessings have they inherited from their family line, specifically the maternal? Okay. And group number 3, please. What? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now we can begin. Group number 3, this is your key card, keyword, key energy, key focus. It's number 1. It says the Conjure Woman with manifestation. Interesting. I can't wait to get into this one. Okay, so again, group 2, group 1, group 3. Let your intuition guide you. The ancestral force with completion, number 21. Group 2, Father of Earth, generosity, number 41. And group 3, the Conjure Woman with manifestation, and the number is 1. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer reading. You are welcome to click on the timestamps, which will be located in the description and pinned as the first comment, okay? So you don't have to listen to them all unless you choose to. You can just click on the timestamp for your specific reading, okay? So group number 1, your key card, key energy, key focus is the ancestral force with completion. You also have psychic attack. You have new opportunities. And you have unwanted attention. From the nature deck, you have ginkgo. And the blessings of the moon maiden. Dragonfly spirit with change. Over your shoulder. Your crystal is sodalite. You have loss, lack, fear, and victimization. Brilliant beliefs. Wisdom. Grateful optimism. Harvest with gathering of blessings. Courage with strength, fierce, and family. You also have South with abundance. You have Thoras with thorn. You also have DNA with karma. Flexibility from the sacral chakra. Hunter with track down your fears and desires. Thoughts create your reality. Like attracts like. And angels and spirit guides. And then last but not least, your tarot cards are the Six of Swords and the Strength card. Okay. So let's get into it. Just let me take a minute with your messages. Okay. Group number 1. A part of the blessings that you have inherited from your family line, first and foremost, is courage. Courage. You have a very fierce family lineage. I'm picking up the energy of Lyran. There's something about lions, and there's a connection to feline energy. So like Baset, Sekhmet, there's something very powerful when it comes to the lion, the tiger, like that energy within your family lineage, your maternal lineage more so. And we know that when it comes to like the lions, like the lionesses are the ones that really hold it down. I'm not negating the lion, the male lion himself. He has his role, but the lionesses take care of the cubs. They do the hunting, and they basically hold it down. They hold it together. You know, they'll even protect the king of the tribe, you know? So there's this very innate, I'm getting, especially when it comes to partnerships. You guys stand courageous when it comes to your family. Like, you are the protector of your family. It's like you're not having it when it comes to your family. So your mother, the lineage of the mothers in your family lineage were very strong, protective, fierce women is what I'm getting. And with this like attracts like here, they desired and attracted men that were just as strong, just as wise. Another quality that the female, the maternal lineage had was the ability to be very flexible. Because whenever you're dealing with, I don't know, I just heard alpha male for whatever reason. Whenever you're dealing with a very dominant, female presence of energy, you have to find a way to be flexible enough to balance your masculine with your feminine. Knowing when to allow the masculine, the male, the quote unquote king of the tribe to take the lead. Which means you would need to know how to be very flexible in your energy. Still able to stand in your personal power, having very brilliant beliefs, but also knowing how to balance that out. For some of you, this has been a very Wow, and I just realized we had the strength card here. I was gonna say when I was talking about that courage and the this card that I didn't even realize it was a strength card, that there's this essence about, again, that Lyran energy, Beset energy, the tigresses. So they were very fierce, but they didn't have your DNA, right? Karma, family. They didn't have this aspect of needing to control everything. I get this energy, group number one, that a part of the blessings you have inherited have been to know how to balance things out, how to balance your energy out, when and where and how to use wisdom. Card number 29 here. So 2 and 9 is 11. That's that master number that allows for the creative part of you to really flow. Creative in your thoughts, creative in how you create your reality, creative when it comes to keeping a family dynamic. You guys were very flexible in being able to throw things over your shoulder, like not letting it hold you down or hold you back. Now, I also get this energy of the 10 of Wands with things over your shoulder. You guys carried a lot of burdens. It's funny, and that's the card number 10. Carried a lot of burdens, but you didn't feel like it was burden. You felt like it was things you could carry, so you would put it on over your shoulders and carry the weight. That's what I'm getting for many of you, group number one. And you guys are, your family lineage was very protective, very protected as well spiritually. I get this energy that they are very protective of you, group number one, those of you who are resonating with this energy. And this is whether you are masculine or feminine, whether you're a man or a woman. The mother side are like, we're not playing about my baby. They don't play about you is what I'm getting with this Thoras rune here. They're very protective of you. Very protective of you. And they want you to have peace. 6 of Swords in your thoughts, because they know that because they want you to know that your thoughts create your reality. And many of you are becoming more aware of this. You're able to now be very strong in your mind. This is a part of the blessings that you have inherited from your maternal side of your lineage. Even when change needs to occur, and sometimes for some of you with the dragonfly on this change, it may have felt like it took forever for it to change, right? For certain things that needed to change. But you guys were willing to go the course and stay the distance. And when it came time to release any baggage and move on, you had the strength to do that. You had the power to tap into the inner strength and stay focused. Many of you also are very connected to your angels and spirit guides, and this has been passed down. This is a part of the inheritance. This is a part of the provisions, the customs and traditions that have been passed down to you. Is connecting with angels, your spirit guides. There is a completion that's happening, that's a part of your blessings, and a part of these completions are for psychic attacks to end. It's like you had to go through certain things, and these things you went through, for most of you it was psychic attacks, right? Psychic attacks that made you feel sad, that wanted you to not feel like you were as strong as you were. Psychic attacks to get you upset for no reason at all. Card number 43 here. These psychic attacks were there to teach you how to gain stability and how to connect with higher energy. 4, stability. 3, Trinity, I'm getting. And 4 and 3 is 7, spiritual wisdom and guidance. Where it may have felt like you were being attacked, you were still fierce and strong enough to have the courage to go through it, to put it on your shoulders and carry it. Because many of you intuitively knew that the change would come. You intuitively knew that your ancestors, your family lineage, It's that wisdom. You knew that you were able to track down your fears. Some of you were like that lioness that would track down the food, but you were tracking down your fears. You were like, why am, certain things happening? And then able to go into your thoughts and create the reality that was more beneficial for you, that allowed you to gather this harvest of blessings. That's what this completion's all about. With your first card here, your key card, key energy being ancestral force, it's like your ancestors had your back, baby. And they came with a mighty force, a fierce force. They weren't even having it, not even playing. And they were like, this completion? Oh yeah, this completion is happening. It don't matter who comes up against you, what attacks spiritually, physically, psychically. You have abundance. You come from an abundant lineage. And this abundance is the fact that they are there with you, that you're connected to them, that they are there, and they know you have been handed this spiritual baton. So your family of women, mothers, are fierce, especially with this divine, maybe divine mother. I was getting ready to say moon maiden here. Again, blessings from the maternal lineage. And this is card number 2 as well. This 2 is again about the partnerships. 2 for the blessings of the moon mating, and 2 for courage with strength, fierceness, and family. The blessing of having a fierce family, especially when it came to the mothers. The blessings of having the strength. The blessings of them infusing you with courage. When you thought you couldn't do it, they just whisper in your ear, baby, you can do it. We got your back. You can do it. You don't have to give up. You can do it. It's like they would whisper to you to assist you with getting this completion, because this had to happen for your DNA, for your lineage. It's like they were like, the mothers in your family were like, honey, you a part of this lineage. We don't give up. We just keep it going. We have to. For some of you, and so they would encourage you, is what I'm getting, right? For many of you, it's like with ginkgo here, it's about memory. You know how people would take ginkgo biloba for memory? So many of you, it's like you remember them, your ancestors, and they remember you. It's in your DNA. You have their cells. There's something, like things are passed down, inherited, but they can be inherited through your DNA as well. So with this long memory, it's like some of you are coming into the memory of your strength and who you are connected to as well on the spiritual realm. There's something about being connected to moon energy, Luna energy, I'm hearing. Being a moon maiden, something about the full moon. Many of you had to be protected even on the spiritual because of these psychic attacks, and a lot of times receiving unwanted attention. Some of you didn't even want the attention, and this is what's coming to a completion. Card number 2 and 7. The unwanted attention is from those who see that you have courage and see that you move in a very fierce way, and that you have very brilliant beliefs. They can see your luminous life force, And some don't like it. Some want to put your light out. Some don't like that you shine so bright. Some don't like that you're able to still continue to have peace when there are things going on around you, Six of Swords, and that you stand strong. Even, and it's like, I get group number one, you guys are not in a braggy type of energy. It's just something that has been passed on through your maternal lineage. You've been instilled with how to keep peace and continue to stand in your personal power, to continue to have luminous life force, and any unwanted attention and psychic attacks, your spiritual, in the ethers, your divine mother lineage is saying it's over. They're completing any cycles of any unwanted attention or psychic attacks. And there are new opportunities that are coming forth for you. These new opportunities are going to assist many of you with gathering this harvest, receiving more wisdom about spiritual things and about your lineage, about your excuse me. Oh, I don't even got the water. Excuse me. Whoa. We're gonna get this done. Anyway, I was gonna say, I need to go get a water. Hold on. I was going to say you're receiving more insight and wisdom about your connection and the inheritance you have received. Your spiritual inheritance, more so than anything. The spiritual inheritance that may not be seen but can definitely be felt. May not be counted, but you're definitely going to gather a harvest. And it is a gift that has been passed on to you. And this is a part of these new opportunities that are coming forth for you. Some don't like that in the spiritual realm, you're so protected. Thoraz rune here. Protected by not just your angel and spirit guides, and some of your ancestors, passed on loved ones, are angels, are a part of your spirit team. Where there were psychic attacks and unwanted attention that wanted you to feel like you had loss and lack, or feel in fear, feel like a victim, it's like that was a part of what you is coming to a completion. Card number 34, again, the 7 with the spiritual enlightenment. You had to be flexible in those phases where, and see, that's what I'm getting, group number 1. Many may not have seen the times where you were in loss and lack, whether this is through your family or through your lineage, through past lives. Some wanted you to stay in an essence of a loss and lack. Some wanted you to stay in fear and feeling like a victim. And your blessing that you have inherited is that in this lifetime, in this cycle, it is coming to a completion. Your ancestral force is saying no more. Enough is enough. Enough of the loss, enough of the lack, enough of the victimizing, because people don't want to admit it, but things like psychic attacks do happen. And sometimes you do receive unwarranted attention. And you have multiple 7s on the board here. 7, 9, and 2 are very big. 3, and then of course we have 44. But tapping into this strength and this courage of your, tapping into the strength and the courage to allow this completion to occur is a part of the inheritance is a part of the blessing of your inheritance that you have received from your family line, especially the maternal line. That's what this reading was about. And so group number 2, the that is your reading for what blessings you have inherited from your family line, specifically your mother's line. They're bringing it to a completion. Any psychic attacks, any unwarranted attention, any loss, any lack, whether this be materially or spiritually. No more are you going to be the victim of any psychic attacks. You now have the courage and the strength. I'm getting that you're now more aware, more enlightened of your connection. If you're not, then allow this reading to give you that insight. They want you to know that like attracts like. So continue to be aware of your thoughts. And the thoughts you put out are to know that you are courageous, you are strong, and you are connected to a family, to mothers that are winners. Courage and strength, maternal lineage. It's time for you to gather the blessings. They are protecting you. Okay, group number 1. So that has been your reading. Thank you for joining me. Continue to have peace about knowing this. Have peace within self. Peaceful thoughts attract more peaceful thoughts. And then peaceful thoughts create your reality of more peace. So have the courage to continue in peace, knowing that any psychic attacks are coming to a close. And knowing that you are connected to a fierce, did I say fierce? Because I meant fierce, female line of divine mothers with wisdom. With wisdom, the energy feels very powerful. And flexibility, many of them have very brilliant beliefs and they are very protective of you. They just want you to track down any fears, okay? Any fears you may have felt about psychic attacks, it's over. And your crystal to assist you with this and to assist you with your, with the blessing of this spiritual inheritance is a sodalite. Sodalite's a beautiful stone. It enhances your meditation and it opens you up to the spiritual plane, making it easier for you to connect to your family line and the mothers of your family line that were very courageous and very fierce, okay? So the sodalite will assist you in making it easier to explore this aspect of your line. And when you're on the spiritual plane, it helps you to promote self-acceptance and trust in the actions that follow you in your everyday life, so that you're not feeling in fear, you're not feeling like a victim, you're able to connect with this divine mother energy, this fierce feminine energy that is a part of your DNA. Fierce feminine energy that is a part of your DNA, whether you're a man or a woman, group number 1, okay? So I want to thank you guys for joining me. Okay, group number 2. You were the Father of Earth with generosity for your key card, key focus, key energy. Group number 2, you also have Justice. You have the Black Library. The first I ever pulled that. Interesting. Okay. You also have the Eucalyptus. You have Blossom of the Sky Dancer, Leadership, Happiness, Solar Powered, Earth Magic, Drum with Awaken, Anus with God Mouth, Gaia with nurturing, creativity. Mother Earth with feel love and comforted. Forgive yourself. I'm going to put it where you can see it. Forgive yourself and personal power. Your crystals are the calcite, looks like this, kunzite, bronzonite, and prehnite. Looks like that. Okay? And then your tarot cards are the Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay, group number 2. So, with your key card, key energy being the Father of Earth, I get, it's funny, I get King of Pentacles energy here, but it's card number 41. So 4 and 1 totals 5. 4 and 1 totals 5. So transformation, change is happening. Generosity. Yeah, and there's a, whoa. And it looks like Capricorn energy because he's actually got horns on his head and holding a big pentacle. So I get if you can see right there, there's like little horns, right there. And then these 2 rams here. So I get King of Pentacles energy with this. Father of Earth, generosity. So I get this energy of giving. I feel like this is for a group of men for whatever reason, but be generous to yourself. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. What I'm getting is allow the change to happen. 4 and 1 is 5, to bring in stability and new beginnings for you. Forgive yourself for whatever you felt like you've done wrong for whatever reason. Nurture yourself and allow things to balance out with justice here, where you're able to nurture yourself more. Stand up for what you believe in, and you will receive the justice you deserve. Stand up for what you believe in. You even have, and I feel like many of you, with this earth energy, I get a lot of earth energy here. We have Gaia with nurturing, and we have Mother Earth with feel love and comforted. So I get this energy that many of you believe in, like, stand up for what you believe in. You believe in, like, and this is a part of your inheritance. You believe that the earth should be cared for as well as you will care for yourself. But some of you may not have always felt like speaking that up, because whenever you say certain things like that, you get people that are like, what the hell is she talking about, 7? Or what the hell is he talking about, 7 of Swords here. People that strategically will come against you and the things that make you happy. So taking care of the earth is something that makes you happy. Some of you may have been connected to people that took care of the earth, farmers, shamans. I'm getting, it's like you want to, and then you have earth magic here as well. So it's like you guys were keepers of the earth. You took care of the earth. You wanted to awaken other people up to how to care for the earth. This is a part of your spiritual inheritance. Your family, group number 2, is very happy, blissful, and showing others, solar powered, how to take care of the earth. You guys were leaders in this leadership, right? This was a part of your leadership abilities. You guys were like leaders of the earth school, I just heard. Leaders of the earth school, I don't know. But it's like dream bigger and raise your standards. So some of you may not feel like this is something that's possible, but it's time for you to stand in your personal power. Be your own, like, enjoy. With Father of Earth here in generosity, you know that the earth is very generous in the aspect that it supplies all of our needs. Literally, if we tapped into being more resourceful with the resources that we have, there would be no need for want or even lack. Like, we literally don't have to have lack. The earth provides more than enough for everyone. But because of a very few, it creates this mentality and this energy of lack. And many of you are like leaders that are I'm hearing want to shout it from the rooftops that we don't have to have lack. You're very creative, or you want to tap into that creative ability of how to nurture the earth and nurture ourselves as we're tapping into removing any obstacles that we've set up for ourselves about balancing things out. Justice for the ecosystem, justice for ourselves, because if we continue on the same route that we're on, then we're headed for destruction. You can't continue to sup all of the resources without replenishing, is what I'm getting. Whoa. That comes in many aspects. That's in the earth, but that's also for you, group number 2. Many of you have been connected to others that would sup from your cup, 7 of Swords energy here, until it was depleted. Wanting to get away with being strategic, but now you guys are feeling renewed. You're feeling like loving yourself. I get self-love here with this Ace of Cups here. Eucalyptus. Yeah, bringing in balance. This eucalyptus is about bringing in balance. Balance for earth, balance for self. And being a leader and being okay with that, like standing up and speaking for yourself. Many of you gave your power away because when you spoke about these things about nurturing earth, taking care of the water, I can't think of the word. I hear it, permaculture. I think I'm hearing it wrong though. Like, but it's like where you're growing your own food in a healthy way. Many of you didn't feel like you could be a leader in this aspect, but your lineage, a part of the blessings of your inheritance is that you came from a long line of indigenous people, people that took care, earth magic here, people that took care of the earth fearlessly, finding ways to naturally remove obstacles, able to speak up about it. And this is why many of you are in the energy of forgiving yourself, because you shunned back. You allowed your light to be dimmed because you're like, nobody wants to hear about earth energy. Everybody's like AI this, technology this, wanting to take more without replenishing. And some saw doing the same thing to you. It's like whatever was happening with you, group number 2, was actually happening within the earth as well. You had your own solar powered light, and there was some that were like plugging into your light, wanting to zap up all the charge and use the resources, 7 of Swords, but not really give back, replenish, and restore. There's this energy of balancing that out with the eucalyptus here. Because whether we want to admit it or not, we're at a crossroads. Lovers here. We can either love the earth and continue to do things to replenish it, or continue on the road that we're on and see what happens, you know? For some of you, this is also you bringing harmony back into not just the earth, but into your relationships. By you loving yourself more, you're more in alignment with making choices and healthier decisions, decisions that balance you out, decisions that are going to balance things out for future generations here as well with 10 of Cups. This is why many of you were in the energy of forgiving yourself, because you're now in the remembrance of knowing that you came from, that you have as a part of the blessings of your inheritance, the energy to connect with earth energy and to literally nurture earth as well as self, to use your voice and your skills and your abilities to bring awareness to others about ways that are simple. I'm getting kiss it, keep it simple, simple ways of making very minute changes that could assist us into balancing things out, balancing out the ecosystem, finding more harmony. With it being Father Earth here, this is a successful ancestor for some of you that is financially secure, a leader, and a proud provider. And it's like your blessings of your inheritance was that your lineage was well-rounded. They were well-rounded in the aspect that they balanced things out with the earth. It's like you wouldn't just kill an animal and not use every part of it. You wouldn't take from the earth without giving something back. It was a very well-rounded reciprocal energy. This is a part of your blessings of your inheritance, group number 2, that you have come from. Some of you are connecting back to this successful ancestor that you've been connected to. And it's like it's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The Father Earth card here is like Father of the Woods, protector of plant life and forest creatures. So some of you want to give back more when it comes to the earth. It's like you are connected to those that were alchemists. Your ancestors were alchemists. They knew how to take natural resources and create very abundant things. Like they had a Midas touch when it came to nature. Some of you in the spiritual realm, a part of your inheritance is that you're connected to Father Earth. And this ancestor emotionally and financially want you to feel secure. Many of your ancestors didn't have this privilege. And so that's why this energy is coming up for you now. They want you to forgive yourself for having any kind of a lack mindset, and now want you to know that you are emotionally and financially secure, because the earth will you will be provided for. There will be provisions. Spiritual provisions is what I'm getting. And they want you to know where you're from is not the totality of where you're going. So some of you may feel like you've always grown up in the ghetto, so you haven't known very much about plant life, about nature. But now you have this opportunity to grow in wisdom. And it's like many of you are receiving downloads and insight about certain trips to take, certain plants to research, certain herbs to help heal self and others. Some of you may be even taking this up as a career. You're also being encouraged as a part of the inheritance, the blessings of your inheritance, to not let money be negatively impacting your life. Even if things feel like a financial hot mess around you, they want you to not put money in front of what really matters. Because really and truly, if you look at it, group number 2, you have everything that matters. And many of you are being awakened to that fact. So remove any obstacles you have when it comes to money, forgiving yourself for putting material gains before anything else. For some of you is what I'm getting. Throw action again. And tap into your personal power and self-love. Now, this Black Library is card number 13. I don't know why I'm getting death card energy with that. 13 is the death card in the tarot. But the Black Library says, don't believe everything that you read. So a part of your spiritual inheritance is to look closer to see the truth in a situation and look at it from all perspectives. Not just because something is written in black and white or in the news or because you saw it on social media. Does that make it true? In some ancient texts or some books you may find in the library doesn't always make it truth. Some things were written down a long time ago and it doesn't necessarily even make it true is what I'm getting for this. But books that are written by people, and everyone writes from their own perspective. So what you're being encouraged to do is a part of your blessings of your inheritance, group number 2, is to question everything you read, see, and use for your own best judgment as to whether it rings true for you or not. And that's with everything, even for this reading, whenever you're listening to me or any other reader, because everyone is giving insight and information from their own perspective, but it may not ring necessarily true for you. And or it may ring true for a cycle. And then you elevate and you evolve into a new cycle and something else resonates more so with you. That happens a lot. That's a lot about what spiritual elevation is. So someone may feel like numbers are not a part of the universe. But in my aspect of it, or wicked because they came from the Bible or something like that. But in my aspect of it, numbers are a part of the universe. It's a part of the universal language. The golden ratio, numbers are synchronicity. They speak to you. Everything has some sort of numerical value to it, even music. But that's just my aspect of it. So basically your ancestors are saying, whenever you're coming across information, it's okay to stand up for what you believe in, and you will receive the justice that you deserve because you're taking leadership of what makes you happy. So forgive yourself for trusting someone else's information or someone else giving them your power. You have the ability to speak things into existence and to speak things that are going to grow you, evolve you, nurture you. Does it ring true for you? Group number 2. This is a part of the self-love and the decisions that you have to make for yourself and for those that are to come after you. Those that you're even connecting with as well. With the inheritance that you have from, as a part of the blessings from your maternal lineage, They're saying love yourself. Basically, be your own sugar daddy. You don't have to take, whether you're a man or a woman, you don't have to take someone else's energy or insight as truth or to carry you through. You have everything you need. You have the creative ability to get you through whatever phase you are in life, and you have the connection to the earth to see if something rings true for you. And the simplest things in life, group number 2, are what really is going to benefit you and feeling the most happiness, is what I'm getting here. Material gain and material things are all fine and dandy, and yes, we need certain things, but the mother lineage of your blessings as a part of your inheritance is being of the divine feminine power. Meaning that creative energy, your creative energy, and the ability to connect with earth energy is a part of your natural spiritual power. That's a part of your inheritance. Like the mothers in your family were very, very powerful when it came to their spiritual power, when it came to things that were natural and of nature. So at this time, they're asking you to trust and allow your creative abilities to flow. Because they're connecting with you and you're in alignment right now for their guidance and creating something very important for you right now. And what I'm getting that they're creating is more abundance. People that are going to be generous, and you being able to be generous with yourself. Okay? So group number 2, we always say it, take what resonates. If someone's wisdom isn't resonating with you, it's just not resonating, and that's okay. Either you've grown past that phase or it's just not in your energy. Trust yourself more. And a part of your blessings of your inheritance from the maternal line is that you came from a long line of leaders. Leaders that knew how to nurture and take care of the earth. Leaders, I'm getting also that your mother, like the mothers in your line, would question anybody about anything. I don't know if I'm okay. Look, that was confirmation. What I just heard was INDEPENT, independent. Like they were a very independent set of women. It's like they would be their own sugar daddy if they had to. Father of earth here. And it's because they knew how to connect with earth energy, meaning they would go out and make it happen. They knew how to go out and take bark from trees and create tinctures and teas and clothing and whatever, because the earth provided everything that they needed. So it's like your ancestors, the blessing from your inheritance, is saying, know that you're a leader. You came from a long line of leaders. It's time for you to tap into your happiness and let your light shine. Solar powered here. Go ahead and remove any obstacles about stepping into your personal power and speaking your truth about how you feel about the earth, about the things you're a leader, called to be a leader of. Allow your creative ability to flow, and don't feel bad about treating yourself well. Don't feel bad about nurturing yourself, because that's a part of your inheritance. The mothers of your family line knew how to nurture themselves and take care of themselves, and they want you to feel loved and comforted. This is like divine love that's coming forth from you. They're infusing you with compassion, and they want you to tap into this creativity, continuing to use your spirituality and your intuition. Some of you may even have a new baby coming with this Mother Earth being pregnant here, or you're pregnant with new ideas. And that's a part of your blessings, of your inheritance. It's like the mothers of your line, group number 2, they knew how to come up with ideas. Okay, so something didn't work up. They were so creative that they would come up with something else. Oh, okay, everybody's doing it that way now. I think I'm going to do it like this now. Oh, everybody's doing that dance, Blossom of the Sky Dancer. Oh, everybody's doing that dance. Oh, let me create a new one. It's like we're not followers, we're leaders of the new school. Or the earth school. Take it as it resonates. So a part of your spiritual inheritance, group number 2, is for you to be okay with questioning knowledge. Be okay with questioning others. If it doesn't resonate for you, stand in your truth. Be okay with being in your personal power, because the mothers of your line, of your lineage, when they saw somebody not on the up and up, they didn't have a problem with speaking out against it and telling them, look here, baby, that's not how this flow. I love myself, and I know I'm loved, and I know how to nurture myself. If you don't know how to get with the program, you can exit stage left. That's what I feel like. Y'all came from some women that was just like, you got a choice to make, baby love, when it come to this family. What you doing? We at a crossroads here. What are you offering me, the love, or are you offering me the trickery? So the divine mothers of your lineage, group number 2, are saying, baby, stop taking foolishness. You didn't come from that line. You better stand up in your personal power. Okay, so you made some mistakes before. Forgive yourself, baby. Forgive yourself, and now use your words. Nurture yourself. Speak life, I'm hearing, to self. Be your own sugar daddy. If somebody don't know how to treat you right, card number 7 here. 7 of Swords. Be spiritually wise enough to come up with a creative way to get up out of that and move on to something that makes you feel better, more balanced, more in harmony. You get to choose. Because whomever you're connecting with, you want divine love. You want harmony. You want blissfulness in your relationships. You want someone who's in alignment with being happy, who has inner happiness for themselves, right? But who's also going to be happy with you. You want total support and commitment. So if a person doesn't know how to give that to you, until that change comes, 41, 4 and 1 is 5, be your own sugar daddy is what I'm getting. Be all right with connecting with the earth energy, and be okay with speaking your truth. And be okay with questioning truth. That's what the mothers of your lineage are saying to you as a part of your inheritance. The blessings of your inheritance, group number 2, is for you to know that you've come from a long line of leaders, and yes, you are a leader. Forgive yourself for giving your power away. It's okay to stand in your personal power. It's okay to speak on the things that feel like you're bringing justice to, whether this be justice of the earth, in the earth, for the earth, and justice within self, for self, of yourself. And your family lineage with this 10 of Cups here. Okay? And so the crystals, the calcite is one that is going to help you clear the negative energy and wash away any of the bad vibrations. And again, this is what the calcite look like. Nice green, light green crystal, sea green for the heart chakra. And it fills you with positive energy. And then prehnite, again, looks like this. And prehnite is a crystal that's connected to the spiritual beings on another plane of existence. For some of you, I heard other planets, whatever that's about, okay? But pre-night is going to help you to tap into your third eye. It's going to help you to visualize in the spiritual plane. And then, and this visualization I'm getting for many of you are for the changes you want to see on the earth, in the earth, and for the earth. So visualizing and using the pre-night crystal could assist you with that. And being the change you want to see in the earth, being the change you want to see, right? So pre-night helps you to visualize on the spiritual plane and visualize and connect with the beings on the spiritual plane. So you may want to put that one under your pillow when you're dreaming at night. Bronzite's main power, and it looks like this, is all about restoring harmony. So harmony of self, harmony with others, harmony within family, harmony in your relationships. Lovers, 10 of Cups here. Harmony as a spiritual being. It helps to wash away the past, and it motivates you to start planning a bright future. Father Earth wants you to plan a bright future. A bright future, bright star, bright future, generosity. Receiving generosity, being open to allow generosity for you, group number 2. And then you have kunzite. Kunzite looks a lot like selenite to me, but kunzite. Kunzite's a crystal that wakens the unconditional love within you that's deep within your heart. It helps you to tap into higher vibrations, and it helps you to connect with universal love and the love that's felt in the higher realms, okay? So group number 2, that has been your reading for what blessings you have inherited from your family line, specifically your maternal line, okay? Oh, let me see how long. Oh, wow, we already had an hour and a half. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get to group number 3. Group number 3. Sometimes they go long, but remember, you can always just tap the timestamp for your reading. And if you want to listen to all 3, please feel free to do so. You could always come back and listen to the one that's not right for you right away, okay? Group number 3, hey, this is yours. You guys have the Conjure Woman, card number 1 with manifestation. You also have spiritual protection. You also have money, 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 money. You have, you're not a victim of your DNA. I'm going to get to those in a second. You have the Willow as your nature card. You have Nectar of the Lotus. Nectar of the Lotus. Willow. Your crystal is the Veracite. Looks like this. And the Rhodochrosite. You have Uncertainty. Hairball, Abundance, Calming the Waters, Death and Rebirth. You have Sacred Purpose, Miracles, You also have Tree People with Sustenance. You have the Rune of Ewas and Eagle with Communion. You have Family and Relationships. You also have the Sun with Enjoy Success and Happiness. You have Earth Guardian with stay rooted and grounded. You have Animal Guardian with trust your instincts. You also have the Knight with be brave and honest. Calm is not a weakness, and soul retrieval. Okay, and then your tarot cards are the Chariot, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, the World, and the King of Swords. Okay. Okay, so let's do this, and then that. Okay. So, group number 3. Very interesting energy I'm feeling right now. Many of you come from a line that is a part of your blessings, of your inheritance, of women that were conjure women. Conjure queens, I'm hearing. Conjure women. Women that knew how to manifest. And they did this by using, I'm hearing, spells and potions, conjuring. Your ancestors have your back, though. And they want you to know that. And so they're saying to you, this is a good season for you if you get out of your own way and allow it to be. This conjure, I'm getting, I think it was group number 2 also, that had something about the alchemist. A part of your inheritance, group number 3, as a part of the blessings of your inheritance, is that you come from women that were alchemists. They knew how to get in there and put the herbs together and create all kind of gifts and manifestations and creations, and they were limitless, and so are you, and this is what they want you to know. So so y'all know that means y'all came from hoodoo women, spellcasters, let's just throw it all out there, a whole heap of them. Now, you can take this how it resonates, whether it was positive or not, because hoodoo, spirituality, voodoo, santeria, all of those, they are tools, okay? And it's what you would decide to do with the tools. So you came from this lineage, you can use it as a positive tool, or you can use it as a negative tool. The choice is yours. Oh, don't do that. Low power charging connected. Oh, you better not die. Hold on. I need to plug this in. Hold on. Y'all got to hold on, because I refuse to lose this reading. Okay, I don't know. We're going to have to kind of get this down quickly. But for the positive aspects of the conjure women, I get this energy that they were healers. They were alchemists. And so whenever you guys, especially with manifestation being here, are manifesting, then you are healing the unfulfilled dreams of your ancestors that came before you. So you came from a long line of conjure women, healers, and for some of you, they knew how to create miracles. This was a part of the sacred purpose, and for many of you, this is a part of your sacred purpose, group number 3. They want you to be brave and be honest with yourself. They want you to trust your instincts. Many of you have the ability to connect with earth energy, to use certain herbs. You also have the ability, as a part of your blessings of your inheritance, is to connect with animals. So you have to trust your instincts. They're asking you to stay calm in certain situations where it feels like you're uncertain and you're not sure which way to go, but you are very abundant. You have the ability to manifest this abundance. Many of you may need to call back certain aspects of you, especially throughout your lineage, where you felt hurt or lost because of hurt. where some of your ancestors were hurt. For some of you, I just heard burned at the cross. I don't even burned. For the abilities that they had, soul retrieval, family, calling back those pieces of you to bring back more stability, creating relationships, manifesting the relationships, not feeling uncertain of your gifts. They're saying it's time for you to enjoy success and happiness. You have everything you need to sustain yourself. You are like a part of the lotus. You may have felt like you're in the muck and the mire, but you have everything you need, sustenance. You're like nectar. Connect into all the things that you need, knowing that you are spiritually protected. You come from a long line, and a part of your inheritance is that the mothers, your spirit, the blessings of your spiritual inheritance are that the mothers are protecting you. They're asking you to call in Archangel Michael to protect you. So many of them were connected to this energy, and this is where you will receive the spiritual protection whenever you're feeling uncertain. Many of you are in the energy of manifesting money. This is a part of your spiritual inheritance. You can manifest what you want by manipulating energy with your mind. You guys have a very strong ability when it comes to your mind to create sustenance for self. Sustenance also being money, because we need money in this world today as a part to survive. So you have this ability as a part of your spiritual inheritance, group number 3. So you're not a victim of your DNA. You're actually blessed by your DNA, but don't take it lightly that your environment has not shaped and molded your thoughts in some type of way to make you not think that you can connect with this abundance when you have the ability to do so. You have the ability to connect with the dark and the light is what I'm getting here. Group number 3, from death and rebirth. Many of you are connected to the underworld and the death as well as the light. You can travel between the realms is what I'm getting here. So it is time for you, group number 3, to allow this progression to occur where you are using your imagination, where you are following your heart, and you'll find those that you're able to collaborate with, where you're able to enjoy success and happiness. You'll also manifest the relationships that you desire when it comes to friendship, when it comes to community. There is this energy of completion happening. Many of you have manifested this. You're manifesting fulfillment, travel, gifts, things that allow you to enjoy success. Many of you had to tap into using your head over your heart and being more disciplined as you receive clarity and tap into the authority that you have in the spiritual realms. Group number 3, I'm sorry to feel like I have rushed your reading, but that has been your reading for today. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Whenever you hit a hiccup, know that you are able to commune with the spiritual realm, light and dark. You have because not all of our ancestors were of the light. Some of them have very dark energy as well. The gift that is a part of the blessings for you, group number 3, is that you're able to connect with the maternal line of the light and the dark, and they offer you spiritual protection to assist you with allowing certain cycles to end. You have this ability because of the mothers in your line, those that came before you, as a part of your inheritance to create sustenance for you in all aspects of your life. You just have to trust your instincts. Again, thank you guys for joining me. This is Tonae Star with Tonae Star Enterprises, where we just went on a very deep voyage to the 5D and beyond. May you receive insight, guidance, and clarity about what blessings you are receiving as an inheritance from your family line, specifically your maternal line. And then look for the reading for the next one for your paternal lineage. Again, this will be about 10 readings in one. Thank you for joining me. Remember to always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And to always, always, always let your light shine bright. Thank you.